Greetings, greetings, lover fear here. Choices, choices. It's all about the choices. So this is for the daily for Wednesday, October 21st. So looking for energies to improve a little bit after the 20th. And we're just going to do the short 5-card reading, look at the overall energy of each sign. I will probably continue to break them up just for the sake of upload speed. So the first will be the usual Capricorn through Gemini, and then Cancer through Sagittarius. So these are for Wednesday the 21st. Whatever shows up is what shows up. If it doesn't resonate, it's not your reading. If it turns out to be a relationship involved reading, do keep in mind energies can be reversed if masculine and feminine do show up. That is about the energies, the yin yang, not about male female. We have both within. It's part of how we balance. So this is for Wednesday, October 21st. And I know this retrograde's been pretty tough. If you are not familiar with what occurs during a Mercury retrograde and the alignments, might be something that you want to research, particularly if you're feeling fairly agitated or confused or lost. There are certain signs, in particular this rotation, Libra, Virgo, Scorpio are going to be the hardest hit just because of the alignment. Those are the zodiac's Mercury is passing through currently. So, Capricorn for Wednesday, October 21st. Now, I do read a little bit differently. I'm an intuitive reader. Pick up energies, so sometimes it can take a while to not just receive the energetic signature, but there's also a translation process. So even if I'm picking up the energy, I'm still working with the human mind. And so it can be, if it's a complex energy, it can take a minute for it to translate into words. It's kind of a strange thing. But October 21st, Wednesday, Capricorn overall energy. Overall energy for Capricorn. That was like 4 cards, guys. Overall energy for Capricorn. You know what? I'm not so sure about this deck. You know what? And that's another thing, is different energies, like different decks, and even when you're doing a daily reading, sometimes you think you've got the right one, and then the energy says, no, that's just not the one we're feeling. I actually made up some more decks, because I know when I don't have a deck, that I don't always know what, I don't know every deck that's out there. I just feel the energy that says, no, not this, not any of the ones that are here. Alright, try again. Capricorn for Wednesday, October 21st. Overall energy for Wednesday, October 21st for Capricorn, please. Thank you. Alright. Most immediate past energy for Capricorn related to this situation. Immediate past energy for... Ooh. Present energy for Capricorn in this situation here. I can see that. and most likely immediate, wow, okay. And most likely overall outcome for Capricorn for this situation. Most likely overall outcome for this situation for Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Speaking of complex energy, because we're starting with the past with, okay. This is interesting. This is the odd one right here. So, Capricorn, what I'm getting out of pretty much all the cards except for this 10 of Cups is you tried to make, okay, so the overall energy is this 5 of Pentacles, which is kind of a stagnant, still waiting sort of energy. And in other decks, it's an abandonment card. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay. All right, Capricorn, I understand now. Sorry, I did not turn the volume off on my phone. Capricorn, I feel like this is a healing from self-abandonment, in all honesty. I feel like you are in this quiet period, and in the recent past, you know, there was a recovery from something that caused some kind of emotional injury. It could have been long ago past, it could have been recent past, but in the recent past is this coming out of this, getting your thoughts out of your emotions and allowing the emotions, which then allowed healing. And you are still in this quiet space. Now, normally this would be an abandonment, and it could be that this is what triggered this whole thing. That's why I see overall. And there's this, I'm not moving into anything. I am not, you know, it maybe you are still dealing with some surrounding issues from this heartbreak or this pain, this trauma, whatever it is that you're recovering from that is so painful. And this, I feel like this is opening up the space to lead into happiness, because when we give ourselves the time and the space and we're not moving into anything, we find this ultimate peace and joy and abundance within ourselves first. And I believe that's what I'm feeling, is this is moving you towards, which then gives space to have it with other. Now, this is not necessarily, in this case, normally this would be a family, couple, love, relationship kind of card. However, You have the King of Swords in reverse as your most likely outcome, which I feel like this is that same not moving, not seeking, not trying to overthink, not trying to get too much in the head, not trying to make all your decisions from strictly a headspace. But there's still some imbalance here, because when you have this Ten of Cups to something like the King of Swords, you know, this is almost like an overcompensation, and this is sort of an undercompensation. So there's still, even in this possible immediate future of, you know, discovering your capacity and your capability to have this kind of love, to have within the ability to share this kind of emotional connection with someone. It may be kind of an overcompensation. Like this could be a kind, almost a codependent kind of energy. An emotional neediness. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling kind of an emotional, because of this abandonedness, because of this heartbreak, and I feel like it's still just, there's just a lot of rawness here, a lot of pain, you know, just that residual, raw, bruised feeling from this abandonment, and there's this want, this desire, this wanting to recover from this so you can get to this. But then you have this King of Swords in reverse, which is somebody that can be very selfish. They can be verbally cruel. They can be... So, you know, even though you've got all this emotion available here, I think I feel that there is an attempt to use this desire, this want for love and fulfillment because of these, to feel balanced and worthy and good enough. But with this King of Swords here, overusing the emotions, and granted, you don't want to get too stuck in, you recognize that the thoughts are in the way, but complete dispelling of them still creates an imbalance, and it still creates this kind of emotional neediness. So there's more healing to do in all this, to get the emotion and the mind in alignment and in balance. But this is a lot of pain, you know, regardless of whatever it is that caused this heartache. You know, there does feel like there's the recognition that it's stuff in your head, but then you kind of dump that whole thing in an effort to be more connected, and it's just too much. So, you know, even though you're not moving right now, which is a good thing because you're still focused on this abandonment and this heartache, and they are definitely connected. You know, this abandonment may be more recent, and this heartache could be something from distant past or vice versa. You know, time doesn't really exist in energy, but order of how we experience things does. Yeah, and your energy's still focused on this. You're not really yet looking over here. So just be careful with yourself before attempting to get into this kind of situation here. Balance your emotions. Make sure your emotions and your thoughts are in alignment. Otherwise, you could end up in just a codependent, needy, unhealthy, toxic kind of situation for yourself, you know, in an effort to find this too soon, you know, to help soothe some of this. So Capricorn, that's what I'm showing for Wednesday. I hope that helps. Take your time. You know, you don't need to hunt for this right away. Get yourself together first, because then you will have a much better connection with someone when it does show up at the right time. And it will be healthier, happier, more long-lasting. Will it be permanent? Well, it's between you and that person. You know, some things aren't. Some things are, you know, meant to be a lesson or to help us grow. And once we've grown to whatever point, then it's time for the next lesson. Kind of same as going to school. You know, life is school. Experience is a school, and it teaches us about the self and about, you know, what we want, what we don't want, what we desire. There is a difference between want and desire, by the way. So they are not interchangeable. Just to be clear, want is comes from a place of lack. It's an I don't have, so I want it. Desire is what calls to your soul. It's not that you're coming from a place of lack. It's that you want to manifest it from the energetic space to the concrete present in your visible life space. So there is a very distinct between the two. So I hope that helps, Capricorn. Aquarius, you're up. Something good, Aquarius. I like the healing stuff that's coming out, even though some of it's really heavy and really difficult. Ultimately, healing is what needs to happen in order to create happiness, a healthier life, abundance, joy, peace, bliss, and love with other, until we find that within, until we reconnect with our authentic true self, and we do our shadow work, and we do the healing that we need to do, the things that create those doubts and insecurities and the not good enoughs and not enoughs, all of those things. And until those are healed from whatever caused them, then a genuine, lasting, healthy connection with someone else just isn't going to last. You know, it's not actually going to be healthy. So, you know, it's really important that we take care of ourselves first and foremost. It sounds selfish. It's not, because what is within ourselves does show up externally. It really, truly does. So if we don't have love within for ourselves, then what's showing up externally is we don't have love for others. It may feel like it may look like it, but it's something else. You know, usually a dependency of some type, loneliness. And loneliness can be tough. You know, especially right now. I All right, Aquarius, overall energy for Wednesday, October 21st. Whoa, didn't even get the hands. Present energy for Aquarius. And most likely outcome for Aquarius in this situation. Most likely outcome for Aquarius in this situation. Likely outcome. Thank you, Aquarius. I mean, no, we're not doing 3. No. But we will take, I think that was 4. Oh. And most likely overall. Wow. Same card. There we go. Alright. Make sure you guys can see as well as possible. Okay. By the way, I know some readers show themselves on camera. For myself, I'd rather you pay attention to the messages than the messenger. Alright. No, I have to put it this way. Kind of what presides over. All right, Aquarius, the Emperor in reverse. Oh, Temperance, divine timing, patience, guidance. Okay. All right, Aquarius, being the fixed sign that you are, and carrying a little bit of that, okay, a lot of that stubborn energy. Emperor in reverse is somebody that can be very manipulative, very guarded, very controlling. They can even be abusive. I'm not getting that energy though. I'm definitely getting the stubborn, impatient, controlling part of this, like trying to control an outcome, trying to control the situation, trying to control and manipulate the environment, the context, situations in order to get what you want. And in your most recent past is Temperance, which is about divine timing, and you just have to trust. Present energy is Six of Swords. Now, Six of Swords is a very interesting card because it can be read a couple ways. It can be read as, moving into calmer waters because that's what's going on, but you also have these 6 swords going with you. So I'm going to look at the rest of the energy and come back to this. Most likely outcome, Wheel of the Year, aka Wheel of Fortune. 2 major arcanas. Make that 3 major arcanas. This is an end of a cycle, end of a season, end of a chapter. And I suspect that this controlling, manipulative energy here was to try and avoid this. And the ironic thing is the most likely overall outcome celebration, instability, possibly a union, possibly a marriage, relationship, but it's a very stable, celebratory, happy, positive energy. So you've spent some energy and turned yourself all twisted around trying to control whatever it is you're trying to control. And the universe has come in and said, yeah, no, you know, we get it. You think you know what you want. And again, keep in mind, want is from a mentality of lack. Desire is your true soul essence, the things that, or situations and circumstances that you are actually resonating with, that your energy is actually attuned to, not what's going on in the head, not what you think you want. And Temperance has come in and said, yeah, no. What you think you want is not what is best for you. And so there's an attempt here to be in a state of acceptance, except you're still taking all that control with you. And if at any point you try to take those swords out now, you're going to flood the boat with water, which is emotion. And this is your thoughts. Your thoughts are guarding your emotion, which is probably one of the reasons, whatever it is, because emotion, it's not that our emotions are the end all be all. It's not that our emotions are actually our highest self. What they are is an access point to our higher self. Emotions can lie. Emotions literally is chemistry in the brain that can be controlled and manipulated by thought. Emotion can also be what guides your intuition. So if you're ever uncertain, then spend some time with yourself and meditate. That'll help balance all that and get you to your highest truth. It takes practice, takes time, but you will get there. And no, meditation does not mean sit down and try and silence your mind. We'll get there. But yeah, you're still taking this desire to control things and with you. You know, it's still a struggle. You're still in a place of waffling between what's in the head, what's in the heart. And what your intuition is suggesting your intuition being your messaging from the universe. And still trying to manipulate and control. You know, and you've got to control this boat. You've got to guide it. You've got to row it. But you want to hold on to your thoughts, to what you believe, what you want, what you think you want. So it's kind of a mixed energy going on here. A little bit of conflict going on within between emotion and thought and trust and belief. But you are working on it. This is an in-process kind of state right here, I feel like. And the Wheel of Fortune means that all of this is definitely divinely guided. And your destiny point is set. You are moving towards it, but there's still some work to be done within. This is going to bring an end to whatever it is you're traveling to, whatever it is you are trying to control in outcomes, and it could be any number of things. It could be a relationship, it could be something with family, friend, work, whatever it is that's in your life, whatever it is that you are trying to control the outcomes. This is For Aquarius, this is going to be about something you want. So let's say you are wanting the perfect job and you found it, you've identified it, you've put it in your resume, you've gone on an interview. You are trying to manipulate that interview in such a way that it guarantees you that you're trying to control the outcome. And Temperance is saying the outcome will be what's in your highest good. And right now, even though that's what you want, ultimately, this situation that you're trying to control the outcome of is not going to serve you. And so whatever it is you're trying to make happen may not really be working out so well. And it's because you're still out of balance within, and it's not going to serve you in the long run. And that situation of this conflict, this out of balance, has to end. And when it ends, then there's this happiness and this celebration and this stability and joy. But this has got to happen first. You have to end this cycle here. And I do feel like it's cyclical because it's a lesson. It's something that is currently being worked on but hasn't been learned before. So the things that we don't learn the first time, we tend to repeat them until we do. And with these kinds of cards here, I feel like this may be your last go with whatever it is that you're trying to control. Because it's not worked, and it's not worked, and it's not worked. And you may be getting to the point, Aquarius, where you are tuning into the divine enough to guide you through to this ending so that you can reach this happiness and this celebration and this connection. Whatever it is. But whatever it is this connection is about, it makes you very happy. You feel fulfilled. You are passionate and driven and excited, and it's a good fit. So even though it might look like whatever it is you're trying to manipulate right now is a good fit, everything else says no. So if there is something that you have gone for that you thought you really wanted and it did not work out, there is a guided reason it didn't work out, and it's because it would not have worked out to be good for you. And you have been protected. You've dodged a bullet, basically, because the energies have come in and said, this is no. So maybe spend some time with that awareness, and maybe it will help you get rid of one of these swords without causing, one, maybe even two, with an opportunity and time to plug the holes when you take those swords out and get rid of them so that you don't sink and drown. So, Aquarius, I hope that helps move you forward and handle some of this energy so that you can move into this one. All right, Aquarius, as for Wednesday, the 21st, I hope that helps. Like I said, a lot of the energy is heavy. Some of it's really toxic. But there is so much healing going on right now. So much opportunity for healing. Now, whether or not everyone's moving into it, that's what the universe is and has been and will continue to demand. So we have choice, we have free will. But if you are given an opportunity to do that deep inner work, trust me, it's worth it. I mean, the process sucks. I'm not gonna lie, the freaking process sucks. Big donkey woo-hoos. I don't think I can say that on YouTube. But it's worth it. It's worth it to come out the other side without all that pain and burden and sorrow and insecurity and self-sabotage and feeling everything's going to fail no matter what you do. To have all that just stop. But it doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of very hard, very painful work within yourself to do that. All right, Pisces, give me something good. Trying to feel if that was sideways or reverse. Pisces. Must meet past energy for Wednesday, October 24th. Wow. Present energy for Pisces. No. That could be you. Typically, all right, so present energy is Queen of Cups. Normally that's a Cancer, but it could be Pisces as well. It's a water energy for sure. Typically represents Cancer. It could be a Pisces in this situation, but we'll see. Well, actually, your present energy. Most likely immediate outcome for this situation. Most likely present outcome. And most likely overall outcome for Pisces in this situation. Most likely overall outcome for this situation. Most likely overall outcome for this situation. Wow, okay. It's interesting. All right, well, this is a pretty clear-cut reading, Pisces. It's pretty straightforward. Overall energy, Ten of Wands in reverse, releasing burden. Most immediate past energy, really fast movement toward into something, moving away from this burden into something desired. And with you in the present energy right now, this is fire energy, water energy, emotion, like love, emotions, being connected with your intuitive self. This is passion and drive. So I feel like right now your passion for this group of Pisces is you. You are passionate about you. You are passionate about moving forward and development of yourself. And in that, I feel like normally this is not how you would see, and forgive the condition of my card. This really is a poor beat up deck. Page of Swords is normally a defensive, protective. What I'm getting out of this actually is a discernment. Like maybe your burdens were that you took on, obviously you took on too much, but you might have taken on too much from other people, or maybe the wrong people. Maybe you had a large collection of people and you're like, you know what? I need to start cutting some people out, or some things, or some situations, whatever it is, in order to continue with this energy of going within. It's like, I don't need to be disturbed by, low vibe people, basically. I'm raising mine, and I want to keep it that way, and I'm protecting it. I'm protecting my energy. So right now, you feel probably emotionally very stable, very satisfied. So what this tells me, there wouldn't be a need for discernment or any kind of defensiveness or protection if there weren't situations, circumstances, or people that were present or coming in that you felt like disturbed your sense of self, disturbed your balance within, disturbed your sense of peace. So you're like, I'm gonna stay on the lookout, just in case. And what all of this does, and if this is correct, where you get nice and balanced within, and you are using discernment, and you are protecting your energy, and you are doing things that are going to continue to raise your vibration, which includes, separating yourself from anything that brings in this Ten of Wands kind of energy. And that then leaves space for a passionate new beginning. Now, is it a project? Is it a lifestyle? Is it something within yourself? Is it relationship? Well, don't know. But either way, this is a very good energy. And this is exactly the kind of thing we're looking for at the end of it. So, great reading, Pisces. Like I said, very clear cut. I mean, you always have the option of staying in the Ten of Wands, and but this movement has already started. It's recent past. So, again, hope that helps. Guide someone into greater happiness, joy, peace, all that good stuff. That has become my mantra, apparently. All right, Aries, fire, nuclear planet, currently also in retrograde. Let's see what you guys bring. These got all kinds of. How did I do that? Did I? Is that my imagination? That was my imagination. Alright. That's cool. Now, hopefully, I can get the last set, the second 6 done. I do have a day job as well. So right now it is Tuesday. I think it's still Tuesday. It is technically Wednesday. It's almost 12:30 in the morning. All right, Aries. Overall energy, Aries. That was very soft, gentle. I can see why. Most immediate past in this situation for Wednesday, October 21st for Aries. Aries. That's the kind of thing I like to see, but that's immediate past. So let's go to present energy for October 21st for this collective. Wow, you guys really just kind of want to have wings. Oh, okay. Ooh. All right. Most likely immediate outcome for Aries for Wednesday for this situation. Most likely immediate outcome for this situation, please. Wow. Ooh. And overall likely outcome for this situation, please. Aries, you got yourself all jacked up here. Man, I was all excited when I saw the Lovers there. You know, some of these readings, they actually, I don't react to them much usually. Because even as a reader, there is a level of professionalism. But some of the stuff just really hits. Because you can feel something like this, you can feel the pain in it. Overall energy is conflict, battling, warring, fighting. Usually with someone else. Sometimes it can be within. But with both the Lovers and the Two of Cups, this is a partnership that's ending. This is a love relationship that's coming to an end. And, you know, the Lovers is supposed to be like a, you know, soulmate kind of energy. I don't know that I ascribe to that necessarily. But whatever resonates for you, but it does look like it's coming to an end. You're in this energy of, you know what, I quit, I give up. I'm not investing any more of my emotional energy into this. I'm done. You know, probably because it's fighting. There is love. There is, and that's the really screwed up part here, Aries, is there is this intense love. I mean, you both feel like you belong together. And you're in reverse facing the Lovers and the past and the overall energy, and you're looking like, this is what it was once. I'm not interested in trying again because I remember what it was like. I also remember the fighting and the arguing and the disagreements, and I don't want to move forward. I don't want to move toward, you know, if the Two of Cups were upright, I don't want to move towards this. I'm you know, I'm not offering, I'm not trying, I'm not putting in any effort, and I don't want it to move forward. I want it over. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. And so somebody, of course, and it may be you, because of this fighting energy, this warring, this battling, this arguing, this just constant disagreement at probably fairly explosive level, Aries. Somebody feels betrayed. Somebody feels very let down. Somebody feels like they were lied to, deceived, led on. And, you know, and that's obviously between the conflict, and you probably feel deceived, or maybe both of you do, because this conflict. This is the energy probably that the whole thing started with. And then at some point, this conflict card, this conflict energy shows up, and it gets to a point, and you're there now where it's like, no, I'm done. I'm not investing anything else into this. And so the most likely immediate outcome is a breakup, and the overall energy is this deceived, stabbed in the back, betrayed, pain, stress, anxiety, and just this wanting to give up. I mean, with this reading, you really don't need more than 3 cards. But, you know, I like to see the storyline, and I'm sure you guys do too. So what happens after this? Don't know, it's only a 5-card reading. No clarifiers. So, you know, when you have something, energies like the 2 of Cups, or the Lovers, and the 2 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, even though these 2 are in reverse, that's a lot of love energy right there. That is a whole lot of love energy. So there is definitely a very strong emotional tie. But until this is resolved, this ability and ability to get out of this state of conflict and do things differently, this is going to be the outcome. However, this is your present energy. We are not here yet. So, you know, if whatever needs to happen happens, there's a possibility of changing both of these. Now, whether or not you want to is another matter. So, Pisces, cross watchers, whoever. When I say Pisces, it's Aries. You know, there is that opportunity to turn it around. You may not want to, which is fine. So I hope that helps. I'm not sure there was much advisement in that one, Aries. Yeah, no matter how much love, if there's that much conflict and pain and discomfort, no matter how perfect an ideal a relationship is, it's stuff to work on. You both would have to do probably a substantial amount of work to retain this relationship, this connection, and the physical. All right, Taurus. Moving on to Taurus for Wednesday, the 21st of October, 2020. Raw energy for Taurus for Wednesday. Again, can you guys get waiting in the last read or two? Most immediate past relevant to this situation. Present energy for Taurus in this situation, please. For Wednesday, October 21st. Present energy for Taurus. You guys have a lot to say about this situation. Most likely immediate outcome for Taurus. And most likely overall outcome for Taurus in this situation. Most likely overall outcome for Taurus in this situation. Most likely outcome for Taurus in this situation, please. Most likely outcome for Taurus in this situation. All right. So 3 of Wands is, you know, that waiting period, not like a stagnant waiting necessarily. If it were inverse, it would be. But it's that waiting period when you've put in the preliminary work and you're waiting for results. You're waiting for an outcome. You're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting to see some kind of result or evidence of the groundwork that's already been done. And it is a waiting because you're not sure how you're going to move forward. It kind of depends on what comes forward from that foundation you've already laid. Five of Swords and Ace of Wands. Five of Swords is about illusions. Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. I'm going to come back to these. Some of these, I have to pick up the whole of the energy. We have the King of Wands to the Three of Cups. It's going to be fire energy. And you've got the Wands here, and you've got the Wands here, Taurus. You may be dealing with a fire energy. I don't know if that's a reconciliation or a third party. Gotta be a third party. Yeah. Taurus, what is going on? Most immediate past energy. I feel like you moved quickly, very quickly into a new start with someone with this King of Wands. You moved too quickly, and it turns out that it wasn't what it looked like. You know, you thought it was going to be just you. You were under the impression that this was going to be a one-on-one and the impression one-on-one situation. And I do feel like this is your person, not you necessarily. The person that you jumped into this relationship with or situation. And I feel like you were one of these. This is one of these feminine. I feel like this is a masculine. Taurus, I am picking up and feeling like this is applicable to the feminine. Taurus is not necessarily female. I do feel like this is masculine. Again, they aren't necessarily male. But an overpowering, fiery, maybe a Leo, maybe an Aries. I don't feel like it's an Aries because a lot of times the readings will kind of overlap. So it's got to be one of the other two fire energies. You want it to be a reconciliation. You want this relationship to work. However, there's also this awareness that there's more than just you. And the reason I know that there's this probably recent awareness, maybe, of this not being as honest as you thought is because of this Nine of Swords. It's really stressing you out. You may be trying to hang in there, trying to keep this thing together, and you know you're being betrayed. You know that, but you're trying to ignore it. You're trying to somehow forget that it's a thing. But that denial of how you feel, that denial of your emotions, that denial of you, and whether or not you're allowed to have feelings in this kind of situation, whether or not you're allowed to mourn the loss of this person, whether or not it's okay to feel. And it's really put you in a state, or it's going to rather. It's really put you in this high anxiety, sleepless nightmare, wake up 16 times in the night. Sometimes you can go back to sleep, sometimes you can't. And this whole situation is just like, well, shit. You know, this is really shitty. This really sucks. I don't, you know, and I feel like there's a lot of thinking about, do I really want to stay in this? Because there is clearly a lot of passion, because your first 3 cards sections have wands or are wands. So I do feel like this is someone that you are connected with, possibly for a while. And you've put in this effort. But obviously, if there's a third party, that it's not good enough for you from them. Overall outcome, you bust your butt, work hard, gain your independence. Could be working a 3rd shift, because sometimes a 3rd shift, you know, adds a little bonus just for working those late night hours. You know, we cut that out. Anyway, I see you working very hard for gaining your independence and stability and getting out of this situation. And it is going to take some work. But, you know, if you look at the way she is studying and examining that pentacle, making sure of the details, making sure that the work that she is performing is right. This is somebody that's just very determined, very driven, very willing to do what's needed, and they do it well. They're very confident in what they do. So, Taurus, that is your Wednesday 21st reading. This kind of energy does suck. But you find your way out of it. If you choose to. You can choose to stay in this energy too. Some people find a way to make something like that work. But I feel like for the Taurus collective that I've just pulled for, that will not be the case. You know, you want something honest. You want something fulfilling that is for you, not something that might be for someone else, and you could be getting something of the short end of the stick, so to speak. So I think there's an awareness you deserve better, and you know, you didn't get into this thing intentionally. You were led on. And once in it, you know, then you have to navigate your way out. So the only good thing about that reading, Taurus, is I didn't see a whole lot of attachment, like love attachment. Passion, yes. Attraction, yes. Desire, yes. But there wasn't really a lot of love energy, you know? So whatever it is you have with this person, it honestly, it doesn't seem like there's much there other than maybe sex. It doesn't feel like something that's honestly worth your time. So, for those that this resonates, you know what? Pull your energy back. conserve it, use it for something more forward moving and fulfilling for yourself, and let that whole thing, universe will take care of things like that. All right, Gemini. Overall energy for Wednesday the 21st. For Gemini, please. For October 21st. Thank you. Gemini. Well, we'll see what the rest is about. Most immediate past for Gemini related to this situation. And current energy for Gemini. Current energy for Gemini for Wednesday the 21st. I swear one just flew off here. Maybe not. Alright, Gemini, most likely immediate outcome. Wow. Okay. And most likely overall outcome for Gemini for this situation, please. Most likely overall outcome for Gemini for this situation, please. Most likely overall outcome for this situation. All right. Clearly, Gemini, this is heartache. Got Cancer, Virgo, more Cancer energy, more Cancer energy. Well, not necessarily Cancer, but water. Moon can also be Pisces, I think, depending on the reader. But we all know Cancer's ruled by the moon. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. And actually, I don't think Magician is Virgo. Magician is... I'm blanking, probably because it's so late. So manifestation. What are you manifesting in your thing? You know what, Gemini? I feel like you may be... You may be engaging in some spell work. Not the kind of thing I would normally pick up on. Spell work's not really my cup of tea. Pretty pragmatic. But I feel like you may be engaging in some spells in the near future, or trying to. With this Magician card, a pretty literal magician type energy, alchemy. And you're working on a protection spell because of this heartbreak, this abandonment, somebody walking away, whether it was you or someone else, or a situation, whatever it is, you feel abandoned and heartbroken, and now there's all this guarding. There's guarding here, and I feel like the Magician to the Page of Cups, with the Moon card right before it, you're like, I'm protecting everything about myself. I'm not going to take the chance to have this happen again. I'm not going to have my heart broken again. I am not going to be abandoned or feel like I have to abandon. I'm not sure which way it went. But because of this heartbreak energy, I feel like you feel abandoned. And so you're heavily, heavily guarding and protecting yourself. And I feel like you are attempting to create protections and defenses to keep anything resembling love away, so that this doesn't happen. So, Gemini, I would get out of this energy here, Gemini. Because it's not the truth. You don't actually want to be guarded and protected and denied the opportunity for love. You're just, whoever this was, that you feel like they left you behind and caused all this pain. Those are lessons to heal. And trying to hide from it, trying to manifest protection, trying to manipulate the energies so that you don't have to feel. Chances are you're not going to find anything that actually works, other than going within and doing the hard work within. Because I guarantee you, this situation here wasn't solo. You know, one preceded the other. And chances are that is something in your energy that this other person, situation, circumstance recognized as being, you know what? I need to exert this energy for whatever reason. So I do feel like there is someone that's triggered this heartbreak, and you are very much wanting to just block any opportunity to re-experience. And that's what that is going to do, is to block you from any other opportunities, and it's also going to block you from your own love within. So I would like to suggest that you redirect that manifestation energy and instead turn it inward, rather than trying to protect you from the external. Use that energy, that effort, to work on you, and identify the things that maybe cause this person to walk away, and it may be something about them, and the reason may be something within them, but the healing that has to occur for you now, their reason for leaving really isn't relevant. The fact that they left and then triggered your pain, that's what's relevant. So Gemini, that concludes the readings for October 21st, 2020. I hope this helps you all get closer to your healthiest, happiest, most abundant life. Blessings to you.